The webinar ID number. The webinar ID number.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Board of Selectmen meeting to order, October 28th. We're a little late because I had trouble getting on. I'm going to take a roll call of the Selectmen. Alan?
Here.
Pat?
Here.
Mike?
Here.
Ed?
Here.
And I'm as well. Good evening. This is a virtual Board of Selectmen's meeting. We are using the Zoom conference format. If you wish to make a public comment and speak on an agenda item, please use the raise your hand feature on your device. The moderator will be notified and will unmute you. Please identify yourself before making a comment. Item 2, approve October 14th Selectmen meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
And Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
I wasn't there.
you weren't here. Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and I was not there. So, but the minutes are approved. Public forum, this is an opportunity for anyone who wants to address the Board of Selectmen with any issue that is not on the agenda. Any hands?
So before we move on though, I did ask Jamie Mitchell to our town clerk to give you an update on the election and remind everyone that voting will take place next Tuesday.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So we're live streaming from the town hall where we are halfway through our extended hours this evening. So residents have until 7 o'clock tonight to come in and grab an absentee ballot, register to vote if they're, for whatever reason, not going to be available next Tuesday. I'm actually pleased to report that as of this evening, we have issued 436 absentee ballots. It's a pretty good turnout. A little more than half of the people have returned their ballots. So I'll be making phone calls the next couple of days. Just a reminder to people that ballots do need to be returned to the town office no later than 4:30 on Monday. Mail, we have the absentee ballot box outside, the black box, you can bring them in. If they're not received by 4:30 on Monday, you'll have to bring them to the polls on Tuesday at the fire station. I've heard a lot of feedback from residents that the 3 ballot questions are a little bit confusing. So I would encourage everyone to go on to the state's website. You'll be able to find a citizens initiative guide that really details what the questions are and tries to clarify, if you vote for yes, what that really means. It's a struggle, but that's the best recommendation that I would have, is really to go on the Secretary of State website and kind of get some clarification so that you understand what you're voting for. I unfortunately am not able to answer any questions, but you also could call the Secretary of State's office if you had any specific questions like that. Otherwise, everything's good so far for this first state election. This year's state election.
Jamie, Channel 6 News has done a good job of, being impartial and trying to explain the Question 1 initiative. You can go on their website too.
Yeah, I believe the Portland Press Herald had a pretty good spread too, and the Kennebunkport in last Friday's had a front page article about, question number 1 is the CMP corridor, and I know a lot of people have had a lot of questions about what that entails. So.
We also will have Stuff the Bus, as we do at every election. And our Parks and Rec bus will be out there along with our Health Council, and they'll be accepting donations of food and money to help with community outreach services. And so people should feel free to bring non-perishable items to the Stuff Up the Bus event as well.
So pending any further questions, I hope residents, I encourage you to, return your absentee ballots so that we can make sure that your vote counts and come out and see us at the Village Fire Station at 32 North Street on Tuesday, November 2nd. The polls will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
We'll see you there.
Take care, guys.
Sheila, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh, I'm still, now
There
I'm
you
okay.
go.
Okay. Number 4, approve request for extension of liquor license for Kennebunkport Inn. Lori, you'll explain?
Yeah, so the Kennebunkport Inn is seeking an extension of the liquor license for the property in which they'll be serving alcohol for the 2 Prelude weekends. And so this would allow them to extend their service area to the main entrance drive where their patio is along the main street. Staff have reviewed this request and are recommending approval for these 2 weekends.
I'll make a motion to authorize the request for the extension.
Second.
And I'll take the roll call. And that would be Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. So that passes. Item 5, appoint George Dow to the Cape Porpoise Pier Advisory Committee.
So moved.
Second.
And the roll call.
And just to be clear, this appointment is for a term to expire July 2022, like all the other peer advisory committee appointments.
Okay, thank you. Pat Briggs,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
Sheila says aye. And that, welcome, George.
Thanks for
Item,
second. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to say thanks to George for stepping up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yep. I have 3 others in the pipeline, and I hope to have their applications in front of the board before Christmas.
Good. Item 6, authorize quit claim deed for map 25, block 5, lot 8. And Lori, do you want to handle that?
Yes, so this is a piece of land that is going through the purchase and sale process on Mills Road. It was discovered during their due diligence that there was a tax lien that was still on the property from 1991 that was never discharged appropriately. The property taxes are paid in full, though, and staff are recommending authorization of the municipal quitclaim deed, which will release all prior liens.
So moved.
Second.
All right, roll. Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan, Alan,
We
did we
lose
lose
them?
him? Well, Ed,
Aye.
I say aye. Is he gone?
Pass me over. No, you passed me over.
No,
She-
I said her name twice.
She asked you twice, but you didn't hear her, I guess.
Oh, I have
have his hearing aids.
I have an
Turn up your
unstable
hearing aid.
situation. Aye.
Good. Thank you, Al. Okay. Number 7. Authorize the purchase of turnout gear for the fire department. And we probably have Jay. Is Jay?
Is Jay on the panelist? I am not seeing him. Dave, do you see him?
I think we all read it, Sheila, and it's pretty
Yeah.
boilerplate with what we do every year.
Every
So,
single year. And I see no
yeah.
problem that they're going a little early this year because they want to take advantage of the product going up as of January.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. So I'm fine with it. So
Okay.
one of you make.
So I'll make a motion that we appropriate $20,000 for turnout gear to Bergeron Associates.
Bergeron. Yep.
Bergeron, yes.
Bergeron Associates. Do I have a second?
Second.
And Patrick,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. Very good. Number 8, award bid for new police vehicle.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Chief.
Hi, Chief.
So we went out to bid. This is a car that we plan to purchase through the budget cycle. And when I went out for bids, I asked for a regular gas vehicle as well as a hybrid vehicle, trying to stay in alignment with what folks were looking for as far as trying to be kinder to the earth. And I put out bids. I think it was to five companies, both Maine and New Hampshire, and I only got one bid back, and that was from Key Ford. And with the money that we have in the capital budget, I am able to go ahead and recommend the bid be given to Key Ford for the hybrid police interceptor. The cost of the hybrid interceptor is $40,488 minus a trade-in of $7,750 for a used vehicle. And that total would then be $32,738 for the total purchase price.
I would like to make a motion that we award the bid for the new Ford Interceptor Hybrid to Key Ford for the amount of $32,738.
Second.
And I have a second. Okay. The roll, Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. So that passes. Thank you.
Folks.
Chief,
Thank you, folks.
See you later, Chief.
see you later. Item 9, review
So Chief Everett's here, but just to let you know, they approved the purchase of the turnout gear.
They took it out of your pay, Jay. You're muted, Jay.
Sorry, I'm trying to do it off my phone for the first time ever, and
So don't feel, so am I.
So thank you. I apologize. If you have any questions about it, feel free.
No,
Thank you.
before you came on, we spoke, and this is the same kind of vote we do every year to keep you up to date on your product.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. No, we had no problem with that, Jay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, going on to item 9, review new provisions to Maine PERS. And
So
Laura,
I'm gonna ask Denise Brown if she can unmute and put her video on. She doesn't have any power at home. So
Oh, wow.
everybody has some challenges tonight. So we'll see if Denise can come on. Basically, the main PERS system is what one of the retirement offerings that the town has for its employees. So to join the main retirement system, employees are given one opportunity within the first 30 days of employment. Recently, Maine PERS came out with a one-time opening that You can see that Denise is there in her scary Halloween background with the dark.
Nope.
And so they have come out with this one-time offering that employees who have been in the program, who have been employed by the town but not in the program, would be given one more opportunity to join. However, they would be with post-tax dollars instead of pre-tax dollars. This would also give the opportunity for the town to adopt a plan that would allow new employees once a year for the first 5 years of their employment to join. But again, those would be with post-tax dollars instead of pre-tax dollars. So HR and finance talked to the department directors as well as any employees currently employed that would be impacted. There was not interest in joining because of the provision that they would have to join with post-tax dollars. And because of that, and also because the town would then have to administer 2 main PERS programs, one post and one pre-tax, staff is not recommending that we move forward with this at this time. Is there anything you want to add, Denise? Or?
No, I think administratively it would be a lot more work, and I agree with Lori's statements.
Does anybody have any questions?
No.
All right. Thank you, Denise.
Good luck with your power.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You must have a candle there.
Denise is going to stay here for the next item too.
All right.
Okay.
Authorize amendment to ICMA Retirement Health Savings Plan contract.
So the town has both in its personnel policy and union contract that once employees reach a certain maximum level of accrued sick time, the town can purchase a portion of that sick time back at a reduced rate at 85% of the value. And we put those funds into a retirement health savings plan. And in this way, it benefits the employee when they want to retire, and it maintains a livable liability for the town in terms of accrued time. In 2018, the town updated the union contract in negotiations and set new maximums for accruals, as well as a one-time buyback provision. The plan and the policy was to adopt the same provisions for non-union staff as we did. What Denise and Yanina have uncovered, since this is now the time of year when we would make those accrual changes, is that our contract document with ICMA did not reflect that change that we made in 2018, and it did not reflect our practice. And so we want to update the contract to make sure that it is in alignment with that language. Do you want to say anything else, Denise, about that?
No, of course, you know, with a new finance director, there may be other things that we bring forward to you as we find them.
So what staff is recommending is that you authorize the amendment to our retirement health savings plan contract.
Anybody want to make that motion?
So moved. I don't have the exact verbiage here in front of me. I seem to be missing one of my pages.
Basically, to authorize amendment to the ICMA Retirement Health Savings Plan contract.
That's exactly what I said.
That's right.
That's what I seconded.
And you will second it? Thank you, Pat. And we'll take the roll. Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. Motion passes. 11, authorize the use of contingency funds for mailbox installation at Firefighters Park.
So at the last meeting, it was brought forward that there was interest in putting a roof over the mailboxes at Firefighters Park. So in your packet is a cost estimate from Mike Claus on what it would take for materials in order to install that to the specifications required by planning and development, and as well as a design of what they have planned. So the materials costs are estimated to be about $5,300. And so staff is seeking authorization for the use of Selectmen contingency funds for the purchase of the materials and the installation of the roof.
I'll make a motion to authorize the use of the Selectmen's contingency funds for the purchase of the materials and installation of the roof. Did you want a figure in there?
Well, you should say how much we're allowed to spend.
For approximately $5,336.
I
Thank
second
you.
that. I'll second it.
And I think it's a great thing that we're doing with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you,
And
Sheila?
that's wonderful. Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. Motion passes. Review land use citation stipulated judgment for 43 Mills Road.
So Werner is here tonight to discuss this with you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Werner.
Hi.
Warner.
As we also have in the audience here with us, who was just promoted, Jeff Dunzik, who's legal representation for 43 Mills Road. What you have in your packets is, we have an accessory, attached garage and accessory apartment that was permitted and constructed in 2010. That upon a recent mortgage inspection survey was discovered did not meet the rear setback side to rear setback of 15 feet, that it's approximately at 13 feet. And, based on a review of the construction documents and the files, we've put forward this process, with the property owner, this consent agreement process, and for your review and potential approval this evening.
I had a question. Was the request for permit specific as to showing the sideline setback? And was it just built not according to the permit?
So there were two pieces of construction documentation that were provided as part of the application. One was the site plan, which showed, I believe, approximately a 16-foot setback that was proposed. And there were also the building plans, which did not match the plot plan. So the back of the house and the back of the garage that was all constructed as per the submitted building plans. But what you find on the plot plan is that it had proposed the garage being stepped forward by a couple of feet, and that's not how it was built. It was built according to the building plans that were submitted.
So if it's built, so the permit was issued on the building plans or the plot plan that they submitted?
Well, those were two documents that were both submitted as part of that permit application.
Okay, so there's an apartment in that as well, right?
That's correct. There is an accessory
So
apartment.
how did we give that a certificate of occupancy?
So we have sign off in the files on inspections that were done, and a certificate of occupancy was given for
So
that.
we made a mistake, that's all?
That's correct. I don't believe that the setback was verified at the time that the foundation was put in. I've been on site there and have looked at the property. I can tell you the property line is in that particular location is not apparent. There are no property pins in that location, and it's quite overgrown and not readily apparent that where the setback or property line is.
And because I missed the session, is this, my question I was going to ask was, now I can't remember. That's what happens when you're old, I guess. But I was, oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Is this consistent with past consent decrees that we've made? That's all.
Yes, it is consistent with past consents that
That's
we've
all I
done.
want to know. Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah. And Mike, we decided that we weren't going to find them because the owner, the decedent, it's an estate at this point, he was not the one who constructed this
Right.
this accessory apartment and garage.
Right. I saw that. I agree. I just want to know if we're being consistent because I remember a couple in the past that came up when I was a selectman before that, I just want to make sure we're consistent. That's all.
Yes. In the past, what we've done, Mike, since I've been on the board, is if the owner made the mistake, then we fined them and entered into consent decree. If a previous owner, if they had simply purchased the property as it was and then went to resell it when the error became apparent, we just signed the consent decree and made it a non-conforming property.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Do I have a motion?
So moved. Go ahead, Alan. You've got it in front of you.
Second.
All right. This is a motion to authorize the land use citation and complaint for 43 Mills Road. And
Correct.
Pat?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Alan?
Aye.
Ed?
Aye.
Sheila says aye. Motion is moved. Item 13, approve the fiscal year 2022 budget schedule.
You want to discuss it, or do you want me to just say so moved? It's pretty boilerplate.
And does anyone have a problem with any of the dates? So Ed, go ahead.
I move that we accept the FY 2022 budget schedule as written.
Fiscal year budget schedule. Yeah.
2023. Just
2023. That should read 2023.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does below 2023.
My goodness. Guys.
Rip Van Winkle here.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Pat.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Alan.
Aye.
Ed.
Aye.
And this motion passes. Number 14, discuss November, December Board of Selectmen meeting schedule. Usually on the Thanksgiving meeting and the Christmas meeting, we generally meet the day before, a couple of days before in the morning. How do you want to handle that this year?
That's fine with me.
So November is the 11th. And
Well, that's Veterans Day.
yeah, that's my anniversary too.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
years.
54 this year.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's my age, Mike.
So what did we do last year?
So last year, we had the same issue with Thanksgiving, and so we had a short warrant signing meeting the day before on Wednesday. And this year, it happens that your first meeting in November happens to fall on Veterans Day. So we have checked the schedule, and we can have a meeting on the Wednesday evening instead, November 10th. So we were recommending November 10th and a short meeting on Wednesday, November 24th for November.
So the 11th is a town holiday?
Yes.
Okay.
Federal holiday, yeah.
Yep, the 10th is great for me. It's good
Yeah,
for me.
I'm fine with it.
In the evening, correct, Lori?
Yes, the 10th at 6 p.m. Yep.
Fine with me.
Yep. And what about December?
So your first meeting in December would be December 9th on a Thursday, so there shouldn't be any issue there. The second meeting is on December 23rd. So that's a Thursday night before Christmas Eve. So the question is whether you want to have a short warrant meeting on the Wednesday prior on December 8th, or whether you want to have a full meeting on the 23rd.
I'd rather do the morning, personally.
On the 23rd and have a full meeting
Yeah.
on the 9th.
I won't be here on the 23rd, but you guys can be there.
Okay.
Fine with me.
That's good.
So so just to be clear, if people are going to be absent those holiday weeks, it'd be good for us to know in advance, just to make sure we have enough people to get together.
The only day I can't make it is the 23rd of December.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be here on the 24th of November. I'm going to be gone that week.
Okay. So we should have enough people then, unless Ed, Pat, and Ed Alan, Pat, and Ed are going to win the lottery or something.
Well, I might be out lobstering, but I can always call in like I've done before.
Yeah.
We have to.
So we're talking the 24th in the evening of November?
So the 24th would be a 9 a.m. meeting,
9 a.m. here, okay.
and then 10th would be a 6 p.m. meeting for November. And then in December, we'll have December 9th at 6 p.m. and December 23rd at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Yep, that works.
And I'll have Tracy send you an email just confirming those dates and times, so you'll have it in writing.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion, as it says we need one down here, that we will meet on Thursday, November 10th at our regularly scheduled 6 p.m. and Wednesday, November 24th at 9 a.m. And then again, we'll meet on our regular December 9th meeting at 6 p.m. and we'll meet at 9 a.m. on December 23rd to sign the warrants.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. And Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
All right.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. So that settles that. And we're on to other business. Pat, do you have anything?
No, nothing.
Mike,
Nope, I have nothing either.
Alan,
All set, thank you.
Ed,
Nothing for me, thank you.
and I don't have much other than to say that we're getting ready to start decorating for Prelude. We have our motion, our gears working here. And if anybody wanted to volunteer, please let someone on the board know. You can do it through computer or phone calls. And that's it for me. Lori?
Yes, I was just going to ask Werner to come up and give you an update on the short-term rental implementation. We had our letters that we were going to send to all property owners. Those were sent out on Tuesday, and I believe people are receiving them. And Werner, do you want to give people, the selectmen, an update on the application process and the website?
Sure.
Yep. So we're continuing to work on just some minor tweaks to the application online, and we're still on track for that to be up and running starting on November 5th. And so we've been working on doing some revamps to the code enforcement and planning webpage. All in attempts to put as much information out there as possible in the form of, frequently asked questions that we've received, as well as, we're putting, the final, tweaks and touches on a tutorial video for folks, so that they can watch that, to help them out in the application process. We really believe this application process will be pretty straightforward and easy. We've been working with it, over the past few months. But we're certainly available for folks if they have any questions, regarding eligibility or any of the submission documents. We're here to help folks out with that.
So I did have the opportunity in the past couple of days to get a run through of the application process. And April Fortier, who's the administrative support to planning and codes, did a video as well that we will put out for people to help walk them through the process. But if you have basically there are 4 documents you'll need to upload, or pictures of documents. And you can definitely, without a rush, do the process in 10 minutes if you have your documents ready. So I thought it was a very smooth process. As Werner said, we're putting the final tweaks on things, and you never really know until the public gets a chance to enter the portal. But it seems like it's going well. I'm sure we'll be getting questions based on the letters. I did get a call today from an individual who was unaware of the ordinance. And so, that's another reason why we sent the letters to everyone, to make sure that people had every opportunity to understand the process.
Very good.
All right, good.
Moving right along.
So I have one more item, and that is talking about the holiday schedule. So this year, as part of our union contract and personnel policy, the town has agreed to a half a day off for Christmas Eve for employees. So if you'll remember, our language says that if a holiday falls on a Friday, then people will get if it falls on a Saturday, they will get the preceding Friday off. This year, Christmas falls on a Saturday, and Christmas Eve, therefore, will be a full day off, since it is the preceding Friday to the Saturday holiday. And so that means we still have a half day or 4 hours of by holiday that we need to account for employees. So for our public safety employees that work 24/7, they will get it in their holiday bank. For the other employees that are non-emergency personnel, we are anticipating that we would close offices on Thursday the 23rd at noon, or a half a day, unless the selectmen would prefer to give them 4 hours for a holiday bank.
I'm good with Thursday closing in our discussion.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
We did talk to the department directors about it and discuss the pros and cons, and tracking the holiday bank hours for people can be a bit of a challenge. And because it's a very slow time of year for us that week, then we thought that made probably the most sense.
And it'll give everybody a nice long weekend.
Yeah.
Get started a little early.
That's all I have.
Very good. 16, approve the October 28 treasurer's warrant.
Yeah, I moved the warrants.
Second.
Second.
And Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and I agree.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
And Pat,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Sheila says aye. Thank you, everyone.
Good job.
See you guys.
See ya.
And
Night.